We have the parking brake
Yes.
here.
Hello, everybody. This is Moshe, the electric Israeli, and I'm here with my buddy Mark, who is the proud owner of the 2018 Nissan Leaf, and we're going to take it for a little spin around the neighborhood. Mark, why don't you get going, and we'll drive and talk. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good? All right, Mark. So my followers, my subscribers always like to know why one would buy an electric car. So what did you drive before? Let's do that.
Before I drove this, I had a 2004 Honda Civic. So it was due for an upgrade. And what I liked about that car was that it was a great price and it had pretty good fuel economy for the time.
Uh-huh.
And coming now up to 2018, last year my wife was lucky enough to get a new car, and we were looking at environmental options that would be a little more friendly. I kind of felt like with everything going on in the world, with the Paris Accord and everything, that if I can't do my own part, how can I get mad at politicians for not doing their part?
Right.
So my wife and I, we bought her a hybrid, and we discovered the world of plug-in hybrids. So she's able to drive to school in her Prius Prime on battery, plug in at school, and drive home.
Right.
So,
awesome.
you know, I was definitely going to get, at the very least, a hybrid, and then started to think about it. If we have one car that's functional for long distances, we could get one car that's fully electric, drive the short distances with it, like going to work, going around town, visit my family, and we would hardly feel the impact.
So what's your daily commute, you would say, round trip?
I go pretty much about 30 miles round trip every day.
So
I'm lucky.
You experience no range anxiety?
None at all.
None whatsoever. So this car is awesome. Now I have to tell you, I drive the first generation Nissan Leaf, and by far this car is so smooth. There's no whining noise, no like whistle noise like you have with the other. So it's really refined. I can tell you, it's really refined. So how do you like the driving?
Oh, I love it. That was one of my favorite parts about my wife's car, was driving the Prius Prime in battery mode, and I would always be so bummed out when it ran out of battery.
Yes.
And it had to switch to the engine. I'd be like, oh, what is that noise? The battery's so much better. So just the thought of having something that could have that smooth, quiet drive all the time.
How's the acceleration?
It actually has a couple different modes. I like to keep it in eco mode, which keeps the acceleration down, because in regular drive,
it flies.
It flies to the point where I was driving in my community where there's a 35 mile per hour or 30 mile per hour speed limit. I looked down and I was going 50. I'm like, I can't drive this.
I know. I got the first time I got the electric car, I got a ticket.
I believe
because
it.
I was going too fast. So I assume you don't miss going to the gas station.
No, my wife says it's too soon to make jokes about what is that, but she said I have to wait a year or so.
Do you know what gas price is?
I have no idea.
Do you care?
No, not particularly.
All right, so let's take a look. What's your favorite part on the inside of this car?
There's so many. I think my favorite part is this whole cluster here, the way that it's so easy to switch gears, that it's more minimal than I'm used to. I used to take up a lot more room. Yeah. So now you have room for a couple cup holders. You have room for your cell phone here. Right. Everything is right up front and easily accessible from the driver.
Cool. A lot of drivers say they don't love the maps and the navigation. I assume you don't use it as much.
Well, you know what I did was I grabbed my old Garmin, and I don't know if I'll stick with it forever, but for now I have that if I want, if I really need the directions. I like having it up a little bit higher than down here. Right. But I don't now. It's nice. I have a split screen. I can have my music on down here. I can see the station name, the same name of the song, and I can still have my.
Wonderful. So I mean, it's the range is really overrated. Most of the time, you don't need more than 150 is plenty, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only issue you're going to run into is if you want to go someplace that's about like 70 miles away, and then you might think if you don't have the option to charge it, you might want to run your air conditioner.
And you charge it at home.
Yeah, so we got a charging station installed in the house by the professional electrician, and that lets me charge the entire car in about 6-7 hours.
So you charge on the 220, right?
Yep.
And she charges on the 110.
Yeah.
Okay. So this way both of you have charged in the morning.
Yep, and they're on separate circuit breakers, so there's no anxiety about the circuits getting tripped overnight.
Listen, this is I have to tell you, it's beautiful, nice, well-made car, well designed, very comfortable. Look at the headroom, plenty of headroom. Right, plenty of handroom, plenty of and even in the back. I mean, it's really great. So, what is your suggestion? Should people go into this EV market? What do you think?
Absolutely. You know, if you have one car that can get you anywhere you need to go, there's no reason not to get an electric car as your second car.
Yes, and low maintenance. It's a nothing car to maintain.
Yeah,
It's
no oil changes to worry
no
about.
oil
Just
changes,
basically the tire rotation and the
nothing,
brakes.
yes. Okay, Mark, thank you so much for letting me do this review. I really looked forward for this review. It's really, really awesome. And as I say in every interview I do, let's help me to change the world one electric car at a time. And you did it twice.
Twice now.
So I'm 2 for 2. Wonderful. So thank you, everybody. Don't forget, should they subscribe to my channel?
Absolutely.
100%, and help me change the world. And guys, this is awesome. Get the Nissan Leaf. It's a really, really amazing, nice car. Very useful, very functional, right?
Very functional, and the tax benefits can't be beaten.
That's right. That's right. You bought it. You didn't lease it.
I bought it, so we get from the federal government $7,500 next year on our
And
tax.
no sales tax in
And
Jersey.
New Jersey, no sales tax.
No sales tax. Guys, this is a no-brainer. Before they run out of these incentives, go get one. All right, thanks, Mark. Thank you again. I'll see you another time.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.